What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome to Mystery Bag Monday. A couple things to get out of the way first. Let me know if you can hear clear enough and everything is coming through. This is the official first time we're actually live streaming through SpaceX Starlink. So finally got all the internet hooked up, run from the main house out to my little cabin here. So let me know if it's working and if it's coming through clear. I know sometimes we get jumps and stuff, and that might still happen, but just want to know and figure that out so we can test this as we get down. Now, if you've never been to Mystery Bag Monday before, thank you, Daddy. Elon is right. Absolutely right, Mike. But if you've never been to a Mystery Bag Monday before, the way this works is I buy these bags like this right here. And mostly they comprise of t-shirts. Sometimes there's other random stuff in there, towels and such. But I buy them from a local thrift store that basically puts out just a handful of t-shirts on their racks, and then everything else they sell in these bags. And I pretty much buy all of them. There's a couple that get by because I know that they give some to certain people here and there. But for the most part, I buy them all. And so we search them for vintage t-shirts and see if we can find any cool, valuable, collectible t-shirts in them. And we have found some bangers in the past. This one actually right here is from one of these mystery bags. But we have found some pretty awesome t-shirts in the past. Now, we also play a game called Guess the T, Get the T. So the way you play this game is that you go onto our Discord, which is pinned in the comment in the chat and in the description below. And you can join the Discord. You go find a t-shirt on eBay, Poshmark, Depop, wherever you go to find your vintage t-shirts. You grab a link and drop that link into the channel called Guess a T, Get a T, and you're entered to win. All the rules are inside that channel, so go check that out as well. But if that t-shirt for some reason comes out of one of these bags somehow, is in one of those bags, that t-shirt is yours for free. So if you put a Nirvana heart-shaped box tee as your item, and it comes out of one of those bags, that tee is yours for completely free. I will be a little bit sad, but it will be yours for free. Now, you have to get your t-shirt in first. So if you want the heart-shaped box tour tee, you got to put that in first. If you're not the first one, it's first come, first serve as far as the links are concerned. So check that out in the link in the chat and in the description. You can go either one. Otherwise, we open these bags up. I think there's 7 of them today, and we hang out, answer questions, talk about vintage, talk about reselling, stuff like that. Anyway, without further ado, we'll get into it. Let's just say hi. Jason, what's up? Reagan, what is up? Good to have you guys here. Mike, what is up? All right, you must be, Mike, are you driving home? You driving home or are you driving home tomorrow? All right, let's just get into this bag. Ugh. Sometimes these bags get wicked crazy. Sometimes they're a complete joke. So, yes, you're driving home. Okay. HSB overrated me. That being said, my buddy pulled nearly mint one. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, it's probably overrated because there's actually quite a few of them. It's not like an exceedingly rare T-shirt. Speaking of maybe vintage T-shirts, oh, it's like random floral tee. I think it's technically vintage. We might set it aside for now. But yeah, I would probably say that it's overrated in that it's not as rare as the price would suggest it is. And B, I think there's some other. I think there are cooler. I think the Sliver tee is the coolest of all the Nirvana tees, but that's just my personal preference. So, almost in Knoxville. What is up, Rob? Good to see you here. I don't know whether or not I have a good feeling about these bags today. I picked them up throughout the week, and at one point I picked up 4 bags in one day. Oh, what is this? Oh, we got an Australia tee. It's not vintage, I don't think, but from Australia, made in Australia by Australians, probably. But I haven't been seeing a whole lot of other vintage stuff at the a thrift store this week. So who knows? Maybe all the vintage stuff is here. Maybe there just wasn't any, but we'll see. We'll see. How's everybody doing? How's everybody faring with the summer slowdown? Been reading a lot about how retailers have ultra high inventories, or at least really high inventories and excess inventory, and that they'll be starting to discount lots of retail inventory, which could make it either a buying opportunity potentially for some resellers, or a hit on resellers, because people will be able to buy brand new items much cheaper than they normally would, particularly when in this age of inflation and uncertainty. So could be an extension of the summer slowdown into August, which typically it starts to pick up just a little bit, but we'll have to see. Obviously, if you're selling niche stuff, like mostly just vintage stuff, it all depends on the buyers and if they're there, if they have excess cash. Got a little rag. So far, nothing even remotely old, I think. Well, except maybe that one shirt. Well, congratulations to the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry for getting himself an MVP. Finals MVP finally. Well deserved. Well deserved. Yeah, so a couple plushes, but otherwise they're just looking. Just sold one of those small vintage Vermont for the church for $150. Woo! Oh, I bet, man. Dang. You sell it eBay or somewhere else? Rob, that is. Nice. Oh man, Jason. I pulled a sliver off the racks a few years ago. Like 2017 or 18. And I was like super shocked. It had some holes, but it was like still perfect. Guy from Chicago still hasn't made plans to come by on my stuff. Oh yeah, it's tough. Some people, when they get flaky. All right, bag number 2. This one's kind of heavy. Feels dense. That is the game. Unfortunately, that's the game. All right, what do we got here? What is this? Oh, we got a Harley tee? Yeah, we got a Harley tee. It's not an old Harley tee. It's just 2017, but it's got a little bit of fade on that. But Harley tees, in my experience, are just about any age you can get at least $15 for. So, we'll probably attempt to try to sell that one still. It's a Duluth Trading Company tee that might be worth a couple bucks. We got a crew. We got a We got a Sellinger made in Hong Kong, like sweatshirt vest, V-neck sweatshirt vest. It's older, so maybe that's a good sign. I went back today to the little country store that I bought that vintage Planet Earth skateboard t-shirt from, hoping that maybe maybe the rest of the stuff came out. Oh, this is interesting. We got a Pure New Wool Byford made in England wool sweater vest. Unfortunately, I'm guessing this is probably shrunk, but it's older. Maybe 70s on this one. Late 70s, maybe. We'll hold on to that. If it's shrunk, it's probably going to be hard to sell. But if not, then probably could get some out of it. But I went back to that little thrift store. Yeah, hopefully, maybe maybe they pulled out the rest of the vintage skate tees and stuff. But unfortunately, as much as I searched the thrift there was nothing else even sort of remotely related. So it seems super strange that there's this random, super rare vintage Planet Earth skateboard tee from 1990, and like literally nothing else even closely related to that subject matter. So I go to that guy like once a week, so we'll keep an eye on it. But that is just a random T-shirt to find, like someone have donated, but just completely randomly, not like with a bunch of other stuff. So who the heck knows? All right, come on, we got to find something today. I need a little pick me up. What did you guys find this or last week that you guys want to brag about? Anything cool? Anything awesome that you're excited about? We got a modern Raw wrestling tee. It's a youth size though. If it were larger, I'd probably try to sell it. But do you guys find anything super cool you guys want to brag on yourselves about? If you want to brag on yourselves during the week, we have on our Discord. We have a thrift finds section where everyone shares their thrift finds sort of throughout the week. It's a lot of fun. Keeps things interesting. Oh, dang. That's a sick an Oliver print sweatshirt from that Super Bowl. That's sick. That's a great find. Oh, we got, what is this? What is Early Winter's Better Tees? It's a big old tee. All right. I did not have a particularly great thrifting week. Week was busy. Obviously, we had Father's Day and stuff like that. But we had a lot of work to do on the farm here, trying to get certain projects done. So it took a lot of my time. But hopefully we'll get back at it again this week. Lockerline Lakers bomber jacket. Nice. Lockerline is great. I have some shirts to mail to you. Are those the shirts, Sabina, that you show me, email or text me some pictures of? Is that the stuff you showed? Are those tees? I can't remember what were they, like New York tees or something like that? Because those look cool. All right, bag number 3. We're getting into it. Yeah, they didn't make it with the Geek Fam. Gotcha. Cool. Geek Fam on their way home. That's cool. All right, come on now. We got to find something cool. Come on. Last week we had a pretty good week for Pothead. Hilarious. Last week had a pretty good week for the rag bags. There were some cool tees last week. Most people who drive me nuts are in my family, size 3XL. Sometimes I'm torn on stuff like that because if it's provocative enough, it actually sells fairly well. We got some towels. I sell those towels now just to a mechanic shop directly, so that actually helps cover the cost of some of these bags now, which is great. What is this? What did I do? Cloud9 Ranch Gnome Hunt 2012. I don't know. Weird. You actually bought a towel today. Oh, man. Been working 13 days for the last 20 days? You mean like 13-hour days for the last 20 days? Or 13 days for the last 20 days? That'd be crazy. Vintage Michael Jordan beach towel. That's a buy every day of the week. We got a Tommy Bahama polo shirt. I don't think this is probably going to end up being worth There's a few discolored stains. White's tough. It's nice. I might keep it we might try it. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Sometimes I keep things during this and I just drop them afterwards after I give it a think. Oh, we got a vintage tee. We got a vintage single stitch blank Duke. You guys ever seen this tag? The Duke tag. I don't know if you can see it in the light, but Duke. Duke Sportswear in size large. Athletic products. This is good. This is a good tee. It's a good blank right here. That's a good one to hold on to. Maybe, just maybe, there's some other older clothes in here. Maybe, just maybe, we got some, whatever the heck this is. What? What? All right. So, look at this tag. It says The Goonies. It's got like an older style tag, made in China though. The Goonies. Is this what one of those kids wore? Something real similar to this? If so, that's like the second time I've found some like movie promo or movie like prop type merch. Yeah. This is like a couple weeks ago we had that one, the Footloose one. Now we have that Goonies shirt. That's so weird. I don't understand maybe it's the same person and they just have all these like random, but who knows? We got here. We got Survival School, POWMIA, some sort of survival school. Someone in the military, I don't know. What do we got here? We got a Hawaii, not vintage. It might be a part of a costume, Reagan. That's actually probably what it is. What is this? Oh, look at this, guys. This is not vintage. But it is the Backstreet Boys. And it is the official tour tee in 2009. I know somebody who wants this t-shirt. And I can probably sell this t-shirt pretty quick because this is us. Tour 2009. That's a good tee. I think I already have a buyer for it. It's just this friend of mine. She's been begging for a Backstreet Boys tee for a long time. Asked me to find one. We got a polo Ralph Lauren. Just a pink polo. If it's clean, we'll check it over later. But if it's clean, we'll keep it and sell it. I keep the polos in just like collections of sizes, and we can sell those in lots, and they'll do just fine. All right, not too bad. Nothing crazy fun vintage, but so far. But like some stuff to help me get my money back here. Yeah, Mike knows who she is. She may not want it. I think she already I think she was going to go see the Backstreet Boys. So maybe she already saw them, and that would sort of be unnecessary now. But we'll see. We'll find out. All right, come on now. Randomly sold one of my Type 3s for $100 in the middle of the summer with my summer vacation mode. Someone thought they were getting a deal, so they made you an offer in the summertime. I don't know. I'll tell you this. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not finding Type 3s, or I'm not finding any Levi's jackets in the wild. I probably haven't thrifted one in over 6 to 8 months, maybe. It's pretty strange because I used to thrift them all the time. So I'm wondering if we're starting to see like a reduction of inventory. They're just, not coming out as often, or what? I don't know. Who knows? But just something I've noticed. I sold the last Type 3 that I've had that I even own, other than my own personal. So who knows? But that one I sold was like super distressed and destroyed. So, oh, we got a Bravado Rolling Stones tee. Not really. It's kind of dirty, so probably not really worth it. Come on! Oh goodness. I really need to find something cool. Yeah, they're getting scarce. I don't know what. Oh, what's this? What? Check out this bootleg, everybody. 2000 Air, and is that a Nike swoosh or a fish hook? Because that is the worst Nike swoosh I've ever seen on the Brooks Heavyweight made in USA. Wow, look at that wacky Nike bootleg. All right, I'm okay. If we get okay, bootlegs aren't a huge problem. Let me see if they're cool. I'm down with it. Show me some cool Nike bootlegs. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Maybe swoosh. I don't know. I mean, I've seen some gnarly Nike bootlegs, but that swoosh is probably the worst Nike check that I've ever seen. It's like, I mean, they could have probably just as easily have gone to like and just got it, a patch or just patched it on there a bit better and probably just as cheap than embroidering such a terrible swoosh. Oh well. All right, any other cool? We got an Adidas tag here, size large, but I think it's a size women's. This is a little older of an Adidas tag, but probably not worth holding on to, not worth running through the photo process. So, those of you who are on those of you who are on the Discord, I probably saw that Rob posted a link about legit teammate. I think it's legitimate. I don't know. Anyway, the whole idea is authentication of vintage tees, and I think it's a service that does that is long overdue at this point. Oh, nice boombox pickup. But a service like that is probably long overdue. I mean, I'll tell you what, I get a lot of requests for authentication, and it's tough sometimes to do authentication over the internet just because sometimes you need to see things and feel things. But it is going to be interesting because with this new authentication service for vintage clothing, which I think primarily it's just vintage T-shirts at this point, but one of the interesting things that they're going to do, as far as I understand, is they're going to create essentially an NFT for every single authenticated T-shirt. So if you have a Nirvana Sliver tee, you get it authenticated. It then gets its own NFT, like its own unique NFT, and it travels with the T-shirt. So when you sell a T-shirt, you just sell the NFT along with the T-shirt, and the authentication travels with it. I think that's what I understand is the case. I could be a little bit wrong exactly how that works, but that seems pretty gnarly. I mean, that's like a whole new level for like authentication and what that's going to do to the market. Suddenly, you have verified or authenticated T-shirts. So there's, it increases the level of confidence for buyers, but you're attaching it to an NFT. I mean, you're talking like the T-shirt market, as long as the overall market for the global markets and the economy doesn't really just go into the tank real bad, like this could be a game changer for the value and the collectability of rare vintage T-shirts. So, I mean, this if it becomes widely adopted, and let's say eBay uses them for that service, because you guys see the videos every week. There's T-shirts being sold for over $1,000. So imagine selling a T-shirt for over $1,000. It's also an NFT. So it's got its unique, DNA and code to authenticate it, and to you can match it up. I don't exactly know how they do the matching, but still, like, it just seems like it could be could be wild. It could be a whole new world, and could really drive the market for vintage tees, because everyone will be trying to find the tees that that are worth getting authenticated and then verified, and then essentially NFTized, NFT'd. I don't know, NFT'd. How I get it? NFTTE. That's my kind of NFT. Whatever. But yeah, so it could be really crazy, guys. I mean, the T-shirt market could really kind of blow up again, if that sort of catches on. Because I think one thing that the T-shirt market specifically does center around being able to wear the T-shirt, but this is going to add a level of collectability, and it's an ability to manage collections and verify collections, that T-shirts are really going to probably ride high on their ability to be collectibles. We got a vintage T-shirt here, 1998 FFAM Firefighters Challenge. The tags removed. It's probably really not worth anything, to be honest. Unfortunately, it's just too specific and too generic, or not exciting enough to be worth my time, most likely. But yeah, it could be pretty. It could be game on. So if you've got some rare vintage T-shirts, check out Legitimate. It's like legit with an 8 at the end. the number 8. I don't know if somebody has the link, drop it in the chat, but I think it definitely could be an interesting step for the market in general. It kind of makes you wonder, are they going to do that? Like, if it takes off for vintage T-shirts, will I start doing it for like vintage denim, like vintage Levi's? Could I get my vintage Levi's authenticated, and then have an NFT? Yeah, you may not now, that's for sure. But next time you pick something up, you might think, you know what? Maybe I won't just throw this up there. But if they also start doing it for other vintage garments, like Levi's, or vintage jackets or something like. I mean, it could be a whole new thing, a whole new world, a whole new world. All right, bag number 6. We are not doing too hot today. I told you I didn't really have a good feeling about it, but you never know, so you have to open the bags, obviously. I went there today to get more bags. I didn't have any bags today, so hopefully I'll pick them up some more tomorrow. These bags cost me $6 a piece, so 7 bags, $6. Do the math. I've got to make that up. So far, probably not so good. Hey, Mike, Geek Fam, are you still watching? Because check it out, bro. Geek Fam or Sabina, Mike or Sabina, if you're watching, check it out. I'll save that one for you guys, or for one of you guys. Let's see. I don't think the NFTification of everything. I don't like it. Yeah, Marvin. I think it's gonna be weird, and it may not even take. May not even catch on. Like people just may not appreciate it enough to um for it to be the thing that the market that values. Well, yeah, Jason. I think some of it might be a roundabouts for the NFTification of the t-shirts. I'm gonna use that term, Marvin, um, because yeah, you're right. Like largely speaking, 95%, 99% maybe even of t-shirts, fakes are not really an issue. Like, yeah, on some of your really rare ones and some of your bigger hitters, like, yeah, for sure. Like, it is an issue. But for 95% of the market, it's not. 99% of the market, even. Um, I imagine you're going to get a lot of young kids basically paying for the service to authenticate a t-shirt that nobody would ever even consider faking. They pay, the I don't know whatever the fee is, $15, whatever. I don't know. They get their NFT, whatever. They have their T-shirt, so cool, but like no one's ever gonna think to print a T-shirt like that. Um, and because if it drives prices up of T-shirts, that might just drive more people to fake T-shirts. NFT is bad for the environment. I think crypto and sort of general, at least Bitcoin is. There are other that are not as uh, like resource heavy to do the math. I guess it's required. I don't really know. A little bit outside of my expertise, um, but yeah, you might be right. That might be exactly right. That might be that might be terrible for the environment, and so it's an interesting. I don't know. We'll have to find out. I guess what's really gonna how it's really all gonna go down. Fred, what do you miss? Honestly, didn't miss much in terms of clothes. We've been having a conversation about uh, this new service called Legitimate that's going to basically authenticate vintage T-shirts and then basically make an NFT for the authentication. Um, so when you sell a T-shirt, you'll essentially also be selling the NFT along with it. I think that's what my understanding. Okay, Doctor Ding, I'll definitely for sure. If I can find anything double XL, that's interesting. Just saying. Yeah, he had part two of that too. He had a part two, I think, right, of that song. Jerusalem Part Two. Yeah, that T to KJ. Um, yeah, definitely was trying hard to get Eminem's attention. All right, this is the last bag, everybody. I'm sorry, this is not. This has gone by really fast and been pretty boring in terms of T-shirts. You guys are always entertaining, but the T-shirts sometimes are, sometimes aren't. You just never know. Um, it's always up in the air because you just don't know what's going to come through, which is part of the excitement. But also, we got a banger. It's a small size though. We got the it's a size large, but it doesn't feel like it's like a youth large. We got the Land of the Free, Home of the Brave, made in India. Oh, is that how it works? I I believe even if that's true, DIY Dan, that you sell you make the NFT and then you make money from every time it sells or whatever. That may be very well maybe true. I think it's still the NFT is somehow still connected to the T-shirt itself. So like as part of its sort of authentic history. If not, I think it doesn't sound like it serves any purpose except to grab money. Because I can somehow see like having a crypto software, crypto program, and essentially serialize these items so that there is verification that it's not that it's true, that you have something authentic. But you know, I don't need an NFT of a t-shirt I don't own. That's for sure. How did I validate that green Rolling Stones tee? Um, the one from the video. You're the one, and you're the one who got it. Oh, that was so cool. It does seem outrageous, and here's the problem with 70s tea specifically. 70s tees is that there just wasn't a paper trail for a lot of it. Like there weren't like big companies licensing a bunch of property to resell or to print on. So it could have been a bootleg, but it was on an authentic Spruce t-shirt. I had seen that. I did see that the green had existed before. I did research some of that. But as far as all the just general markers, it looked and appeared authentic. Now, whether or not somebody actually just printed that up in their background, their backyard with a vintage Spruce tee is a PSA 10 landed free. Sorry. Yeah. So it looked authentic, like all the stuff that I would expect from a Spruce tee, and from a Rolling Stones tee. But of course, the price did seem pretty outrageous, and the price may have been outrageous. Like it could be that someone was really trying to prop it up. We'll find out, because when I go back and I look at each week, I can look back at and see if some of those tees pop back up. All right, finally got something. Got a Hanes Beefy, made in USA, vintage, single stitch, whales, dolphins, and turtle tee, size XL, made in USA. Finally got something decent, something cool, vintage. It's like our best tee so far today. But yeah, honestly, obviously, we can't check everything just from a listing. So we just have to kind of go on what the market is doing. Have you tried listing yours yet, Jason? Yeah, you're out, and you're absolutely right. I think that, to me, it came across more like a bootleg, but the line between bootleg and like official licensed merchandise can be pretty blurry from the 70s, just because, like I said, these were like, we played a show up here and they printed some groupies printed a t-shirt to sell for that particular show or handful of shows or festival. So that can be a bit tricky. So you just never know. I mean, you don't know. And that's probably why someone bought it, because they're like, oh, it doesn't come up very often. It's a rare piece. Nobody had a lot of good information about it. And maybe that's, how they roll. Yeah, I've heard, I've watched Drew pretty often, and but I haven't heard him go into super detail about it. I need to probably check, but he's got his hands in everything. Cully, you guys still got me with a PSA 10 land of the free. Hey, Ryan. Unfortunately, Ryan, we are done. So But yeah, Jason, get it up there and let's just see what happens. Like, I mean, I guess worst case for you is that, not worst case, but maybe somebody's really just trying to shill that t-shirt up, got sold. Maybe they're faking the sale, and somebody comes along, sees that sale, and then buys yours for $800, and you make a bunch of money. You know, I don't know. It's just sometimes, and I can most of the time I can tell whether or not a t-shirt was shipped overseas. And it's possible that was shipped overseas. I can't remember. I need to double check. But if it was shipped overseas, someone in internationally just may have been like, "Hey, I'll I it's the t-shirt I want," and they paid a bunch of money for it. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. Hopefully, you'll be back on the list. Nice, Ryan. I was just the other day going over. I think I just was on your Instagram going back over some of those finds that you got when you got all those t-shirts. It's like 30, like something 30 bags or something. Was that it? Was that am I first of all, am I thinking of the right person? And is that true? Because I think what you got was like incredible. Like your finds were just absolutely out of this world. Yeah, I wish I could get some of those rag bags from outside of the area. I have found another place to buy rag bags. I'm waiting for them to let me know how they're making their rag bags because I don't want to buy rag bags of their t-shirts that were like sitting on the racks for too long, so they finally just bagged them all up because that doesn't. I've already gone through them then. Um, so hopefully, once they tell me how they're making their bags, if they're making their bags with fresh donations, then I'll probably start buying them, and we may even have like 10 bags a week. We'll see. Oh, see you, Rob. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, thank you guys for hanging out so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna do the Levi's heat check video. I think that's Tuesday, and then obviously Thursday we'll have the vintage T-shirts heat check. So Jason, hopefully we'll see your T-shirt on there. And if you guys, if check it out, if you guys ever have any real big T-shirt sales, like 400 plus or something like that, shoot me a link and I'll include it as sort of an honorable mention just for fun. So if you sell something on eBay like that and I can verify that it was sold, shoot me a link and I'll put it on there as an honorable mention just for fun because the more T-shirts is fun. I mean, I could go down the list and put 20 up there, but it just takes a long time to go through each one and try to cross-reference it, get some pricing history and stuff like that. So, but all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.